Hi Digidestined and welcome back to the Digital Gate podcast. I'm your host Gruffy, also known as Gruffy Gets Good, and joining me as always is my co-host Holy.
Hello.
Today we're back to the normal format and we're trying a more shorthand approach, so similar amounts of information but in a shorter amount of time, so hopefully we'll be able to get the same kind of quality information we're used to ahead. Can't even talk tonight. The same quality information will be delivered to you by our beautiful selves, but hopefully at a fraction of the time. There's not as much news, but there's still quite a bit to talk about this week, and we've still got some interesting decks to look at. But how have you been, Holy?
I've been good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, been really good. Obviously Ghost Game episode 1 came out this week. I didn't know what to think of it because Adventure 2020 left me with a bit like, yeah, it was Digimon, didn't do anything amazing, but I think Ghost Game's definitely something promising. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, Ghost Games looks very cool.
This also reinvigorated my love for dim cards, so it worked. They showed me the Digivice V and I was like, well, I need it now, and then I bought it. But yeah, we'll just get straight into things. This is Holy's expertise. It's all things JP.
Yeah, over in Japan we have got the leaks for Tournament Pack 8. But last week we obviously covered that the winning would be the Gammamon, which is the BT5 one. But we know the other ones, which is BT2 Goblimon, BT3 Antilamon, and BT3 Demimeramon.
Yeah, they look right. I really like the Demimera. I'm not a massive fan of the Gobly.
No, the Gobly art looks a bit weird, but oh well.
Yeah, the cute Demimera. Obviously, it's hard to know how these will come over to us. We've had a lot come through as Tamer Party cards, and we've had others come through as participation for the
pre-release.
That's the one. See, I'm amazing with words, perfectly flawless. Yeah, so we've seen them come through pre-release as well, but we've also seen the Rise Greymon come through in the bundle pack, so maybe we'll get them for a bundle pack, maybe we'll get them through the Tamer Party. There's no way of really knowing. Obviously, we covered it a couple episodes ago. They've only just announced our Tamer Party cards. We won't be getting these anytime soon, realistically, but it's nice to see what we've got coming. Some more all arts. I'm glad they're keeping it just all arts now. Well, sorry, in JP it's always been all arts, but I'm glad hopefully it translates to us keeping it as all arts as well, because when it was the tournament promo and you were hunting for the Diabormons, Digivolution line, and obviously the purple cards as well, it's just a bit of a nightmare to play so more.
Yeah, it really was.
So it's nice that they're still keeping it all arts in JP, so hopefully it translates to us. But yeah, we covered the winner card, but I'm a big fan of a few of them. Gobly, not so much, but still pretty nice all arts.
Someone will find a home for the Gobly.
Yeah, someone loves Gobly. And in JP they announced how they're giving away at least some of the cards we got for our regionals. So this is going to be distributed through their online Bandai lobby events. They're going to be running 2 a month, and there's not much news about it. At Guesswork, looks like you'll be getting 2 cards a pack. They don't look hollow though, they just look like standard all arts, where obviously we got them hollow over here with stamping on them. They look just to be normal versions, but again we've seen these cards before over here. But the thing is, with this set they all had really nice all arts, so it's still going to be something that's going to be chased over there, especially the Gammamon. He's my favourite, the BT1 Gammamon.
Stop talking over Koki. Get it?
Yeah, it's Koki work. I need it. But the night one's really nice, and the grey one's really cool. And then the other three are the Tentamon, the Demi-Devi, and then the Chaosmon. So all really nice all arts. There's not a bad one.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had mine.
Well, so yeah, we've had an issue, a few of us over here, with our regional participation rewards. They all got sent back to the company that was shipping them out. So we've been chasing them up. We've finally got information, but I've actually received my Evo Cup rewards. It was the Evo Cup after it, before getting my participation rewards for the regionals, which for us was, I think it was 7 all arts. The Chaosmon, or no, it's the Chaosmon, the Nightmon,
Machinedramon, Devimon, Kabuterimon, Agumon.
Oh yeah, the weird Agumon.
Yeah, it was one for each color, and then Chaos.
But yeah, so we'll be getting those hopefully soon. But yeah, it's nice to see that they're not gonna be lost all arts. They've still decided a way to give some of them away, and maybe this will be how they give away the rest. Maybe they'll rotate this monthly, or every couple of months they'll rotate over to the other arts.
Yeah, I remember the last one as well. The last one was Wergarurumon.
That's the one which is also done by Koki, which I need. So it'll be nice when that turns up. But yeah, I mean, they're nice all arts. I really like all of these. The only one out of the set that I'm not a massive fan of is the weird Crutch Shot Agumon, which obviously they're not getting in this batch, but they will be getting at some point. But I think they're all really nice all arts. So it's nice to see that something we got first, they're still going to be getting, so it's not exclusive to us. Now, if only we can get the system on Noir at some point somehow.
Who knows, maybe.
But yeah, that's kind of it for like your alt art news. There's a couple more alt arts coming up, but the rest are just leaks for new cards coming out. So we've covered a few of these before, but this just goes over the other cards that we didn't have effects for, or the other cards that we just didn't see. I'll take this side because I took the Mastimon side last time. So you've got Imperial Digimon. We finally know what he does. You can play, so when Digivolving, you can play 1 blue and 1 green level 4 lower Digimon card from this Digivolution source without paying its cost. So it's a nice way to swarm and just play out 2 of your level 4s underneath you, because obviously you're going to Jogress into your Paildramon or your Dynabemon. You're going to have those in your sources and just spread them out. Other than that, he's the best Imperial Digimon is still the BT3 one.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a nice card. It's a nice, like, having. I think it'd be something that you maybe run like maybe a 2 of. I don't know, because the EXO Imperial is really good as well. So maybe this synergizes. I mean, to be fair, you could realistically play him out, play out 2 more sources, go into one of your Paildramon or Dynabemon for free because you've just Jogressed, and then go into another level 6, pay them all out. So if you can keep turn with the first one, you could potentially get 2 level 6s and 2 level 4s, all for the cost of having 4 memory on your turn, which is quite doable nowadays, and then pushing your opponent to 4. So it's a good way to cause aggression, to kind of spread your board out. Or even you could just maybe go into another level 6, because we still don't know what the Grand Quagmon, that's it, Grand Quagmon does. So maybe we'll see synergy with that. So maybe there's a piece of the puzzle we're missing, but it's a cool concept, and there's a lot of play of what you can do with it, because obviously you can still activate level 4s on play effects. So maybe there's some synergy there. Obviously we've got one of the level 4s here now, which we'll go over as well. But I mean, it could be a great card, but you just need to see what your level 4 synergy is going to be like if you're going to get anything great from playing them out. And then we've got the Paladin we went over before. Your Jogress, so 1 blue and 1 green level 4, you can Digivolve into this for free. And as we said before, you can attack with the level 4s if they survive, then Digivolve in to your Paladin or Dino B for free, and then get another attack, which is nice. His effect is, when Digivolve in, if this Digimon evolves by Jogress, return one of your opponent's Digimon with 6k DP or less to the bottom of their deck. So it gets rid of a blocker. And then when attacking once per turn, put this Digimon into active. So you can realistically, if they've got some rested stuff on the board, you know your level 4 is going to survive, you can get 4 attacks out with him. And like, say you play your level 4s out past turn, it becomes your turn, you've got 3 memory. If one of your level 4s underneath him gives him jamming, you could attack with your jamming, then go into him to restand, attack twice with him, then go into Imperial Digimon to restand him again, and then attack again. So he's a really cool card. He definitely shines more than the Imperial Digimon to me in this set. He's going to be an amazing tech piece. I don't think we're going to see much of the other Imperial Digimon being played. Maybe it's like a 2 of as a tech.
The Jogress level 5s definitely seem a lot better than what we're getting for the levels 6 lineup.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's that much easier, and like that segues into our next one, which is XV, which is when this card would be played from your hand. If you have a green Digimon in play, reduce play cost by 1. So you can hard play it for 3. So you're playing a level 4 for the cost of a level 3, and you're getting a cool inheritable, which is just extra DP. So you're gaining 2k extra on whatever you're going into. So if you go into a Paladin, you're 10k, but at least a 10k body attacking twice. If you've got a Minimon underneath you, you're 11k level 5. And you can play it for 3, so it's giving you those pieces to go into your level 5 Jogress for quite cheap. It's a nice little tech piece. I really like this deck, and as we're seeing more pieces, there's only a couple of pieces we haven't seen, but maybe they'll be like the final pieces of the puzzle that kind of link this deck together. But everything I've seen so far synergizes so well, and it just looks like such a fun deck to play.
Yeah, definitely.
And then is it Betamon?
Yeah, Betamon.
Yeah,
it's just a vanilla.
Yeah, it's 4k vanilla. Which is it's just a vanilla Digivolve off of blue and green, like every other rookie every other Digimon in this set. Then we've got the new Vmon. When played, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 free type Digimon card among them to your hand. Turn the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. So it's a good synergy with Davis, because obviously Davis allows you to grab a green and a blue, and that if you play a Davis, you can grab a Dino B and a Paladin because they're both green and blue. So it gives you that cool choice where you're going to get double hits off Davis a lot now. And just having that extra search as well from a Vmon's quite nice. And then, as I mentioned earlier, you've got the Minimon, which is when you have a blue Digimon in play, this Digimon gains 1k DP. So it's just another way to make your bodies bigger, which is something blue struggled with for a while. And in this set, we've finally got those good choices for DP increase. So you could potentially get an Imperial Digimon swinging silly damage, because if you played the EXO Imperial, you had your XV, your Minimon underneath, going to Imperial, so you're getting an extra 5k DP on top of him, so you're swinging at 17k. You're able to swing over most level 7s at that point, or all level 7s.
So scary.
Yes, I'm seeing a lot of synergy with the old cards as well, and we've still got the next set, which is going to be Adventure 02, so we're going to see even more support.
Yeah, and we have confirmed fighter mode, so
yeah, exactly. So I'm really looking forward to these decks. It's frustrating we're gonna have to wait so long for them, but I'm sure I'm gonna play around with them on TTS before that. But yeah, they're really cool cards. I'm really looking forward to it, and this looking to be an amazing deck. obviously we saw a really good deck with the Gammamon and the All Force, but they kind of fell off the map. I think these decks are strong enough to hold their own looking at it, especially with the pieces we've already got. And especially with, as we'll see later, how much purple and yellow are dominating, giving them the support of like purple yellow cards, like allows them to play purple and yellow options whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, something Gammamon and something you said about like with obviously the Gammamon and All Force decks not really stabilizing. I think it's mainly just because Gammamon and All Force weren't good decks when they came out, whilst Imperialmon was, and Imperialmon just kept building off of it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Gammamon and the All Force didn't really do much after the initial release. They just kind of got forgotten about, trying to chase the next big thing for the color.
Yeah, they released some support for them, and everyone went, those level 4 security Digimon are pretty cool, we'll take those. And hey, we got the memory boost from those decks as well, so there was some good things within them.
Yeah, got the nice Hammer Spark reprint with the new artwork.
Yeah, I think that's a shame with this, because there's other cards that I think needed reprinting. Because was this Flower Cannon for this deck we're getting, and then the Mastamon deck we're getting Night Raid. Like, obviously Night Raid makes sense, but I think something like Trump Sword would have benefited more from a reprint, just because it's.
Then you're putting a lot of removal into a starter deck.
Yeah, that's the only problem. So I understand why they went to Night Raid. It would have just been like, it's not a card that needed a reprint. No one's ever playing it. But yeah,
except Three Musketeers.
Well, yeah, they do love that card. But yeah, then we'll move on to your side of things.
Yep. So the first three we've already gone over on the podcast before. First one is Lady Devimon. On Evo, trash a card from the hand, reveal the top three, and you can add a yellow and purple Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel. And then, as an inheritable, all of your yellow Digimon get Retaliation. Just nice searcher off the Evo, and also you get to give all your yellow dudes Retaliation, so you can like bushy cards into stuff.
I think this is where they obviously they knew that the level 5 Jogress are going to be easy to obtain, a bit more aggressive with this. Like they've gone like inheritable wise, especially with these level 5s, just giving you some big powerhouse abilities to make it worth that Jogress.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they've done that more. Then the Mastamon, Jogress with a purple level 4 and 5. On Evo, put one yellow or purple Digimon from your trash to the top of the security stack. Then, if you used Jogress, you can look at your security stack and play a level 5 or lower Digimon from among without paying the memory cost. Then, all turns, when you play another Digimon by an effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the level equal to or lower than that played Digimon.
Yeah, so it's a
lot of removal.
It's very, very good. Which I think with the Imperial deck, we saw that the Imperial wasn't the crescendo. It wasn't like the best part of the deck. It was your level 5 Jogress. With this, you're seeing that it is all centralizing around that Mastamon.
Yeah, it is. Being able to just delete so much stuff off the Mastamon is really nice.
Yeah, and as we said in the last time we had a look at it, being able to bring back Lucemon full down mode to kill a level 5 and a level 6 is pretty scary.
Level 5 and a Tamer.
Oh yeah, or a level 5 Tamer. Yeah, just clearing board.
Yeah. And then the last card we talked about last time was Angelomon. On play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security attack -2 until the end of your opponent's next turn. And as an inheritable, while you have a purple Digimon, this Digimon gets security attack +1. Just makes the Masty hit harder.
Yeah. And this one thing I can't remember if we touched on, like, Mastodon's a 13k body as well, so
yeah, she isn't dying to too much.
Yeah, and giving her these extra checks, and given everything retaliation is just, she's gonna be an absolute beast. I can't wait to give it a go. But do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know something about the vanilla in this?
The artwork's done by Koki.
It is indeed.
Who would have guessed it? That Gruffy brought that up.
I know.
But yeah,
it's beautiful.
same with the Betamon. It's just a 3 cost to play, 0 to evolve off yellow and purple, 4K vanilla. It's a Lopmon.
You've got to have a vanilla, and it's just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Vanilla. I can't
A
remember
bit
if this.
bigger, a little more.
I can't remember if this is the first time we've got a. It's probably not a 4K body 0-3 drop. I'm trying to think.
We got them in the first starter decks.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I know nothing.
Yeah, Drakmon, Bearmon, and Tapirmon.
Oh, yeah, they don't really ever get touched.
No, the Drakmon has really nice artwork, which makes it sad. At least I really like the Drakmon artwork. It just stares at the moon.
Yeah, it is really nice art if you're thinking about it, but yeah, it's nice, just vanilla. It's got
Maybe these will get seen in dual color decks. Who knows? Probably not, but oh well. Then the next card is Salomon. With the inheritable of during the end of your turn, you can Jogress with this Digimon and another Digimon without by paying the Jogress cost. Essentially, it just lets you Jogress if you were to ever pass turn.
Yes, one thing. Sorry, it's from your hand as well. So from your hand.
Yeah.
Oh no, so yeah, I'm completely reading it. Yeah, for some reason I thought it meant this Digimon and Jogress with one from your hand. No, you read it right. I read it wrong.
Yeah, you use the Jogress that you have to evolve from your hand.
Yeah,
Kind of implied.
Taking one from you, words are hard.
But yeah, it's basically lets you say if you just have the Lady Devi in play, you can just hard drop a Lady Devimon and then instantly Jogress into a Mastia during your end of turn.
Yeah, which is you're passing turn, but that Mastia ability will like pop off. You'll be able to blow things up on your opponent's board, so you're potentially not even going to care about. Like if you're on 3, you hard play it, put your opponents to 3 and kill 2 things on their board, or even just kill 1 thing on their board. It makes it worth it. It's just because I think it's a similar ability on the Gammamon. I may be wrong, but I remember it being something like that. Let me have
the inheritable is the same for Gatomon.
Yeah. It's nice. It gives you 2 ways to get into it as well. So if you miss it on your level 3, you've got level 4 that could potentially have that inheritable as well.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing if you miss out on the Gato. You have the Salomon to Jogress into. And then the final card of the Mastimon reveals was Neuramon, which is when attacking, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, draw 1, trash 1.
Yeah, which is... We've seen draw 1, trash 1 without the need of a yellow being in play, but it gives you the option to run 5 eggs which have draw 1, trash 1 when attacking.
What's the other one?
Oh no, it's draw 1, trash 1 when dying, yeah. See, I'm no good at this game. I don't even read abilities.
Yeah, it's the Gabumon that's on attack.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy. So
yeah, especially as that Gabumon's getting a lot more play. Just having it on an egg is going to be a lot nicer.
Just if you had this, the Gabumon, a yellow in play, and the Sora Mimi, you could draw 3, trash 3 from attacking.
Yeah, true.
Then hard player, so you could go into your Lady Devi, swing over something on their board, draw 3, trash 3, then hard play a Angel Woman, go into your Masti, and you've already stacked your trash ready to bring something back you want. It'd be nice to see what the is it Juniper Mon we're getting?
Yeah, Junomon.
Digimon, that's one. Yeah,
Pretty sure they're the same.
yeah, it'd be nice to see what that ability is. I wonder if it's going to be like an offset. I wonder if we're just going to go like throwback to the original starter decks where we're just going to get a vanilla 10 drop 12k DP 2 to Digivolve, just because there's so many powerhouses in both of these decks. I don't know if they're going to give us another level 6 that's also a powerhouse. I don't know if we're just going to get, you've got all your fun toys, here's this vanilla, be happy.
I have a feeling they'll give us more fun stuff.
Yeah, it's the, I believe it's the 29th of this month this drops.
The 29th of this month is, yeah, that's when it drops in Japan.
Yeah, so what have we seen? I know we've, on the other episode we had the list. I probably should have ported that over, but we've seen most of the decks now. Because what have we seen on top of this? Because there's 16 unique cards, and we've seen
15 unique, because one of them's a reprint.
Oh yeah. So we've seen 2 of the options. We've seen these 6. We've also seen the Gammamon and Wizardmon. So
Yeah,
another 6 to go.
I think so.
Yeah, so it won't be long till we see those. But they also announced something else this week about the starter decks, which I think is pretty cool. They've not done it with any of the others, but you can get a bundle. So if you get off Amazon Japan, you can get the 2 starter decks, 2 beautiful looking alts, which you can barely see on this image. The Mastodon looks stunning, and I'm a big fan of the Imperial and Dragon mode as well. You also get a pack of 60 sleeves, even though they only show 4 there, and then you get I don't know if any of you entered like the first Evo Cup, but you got like a cardboard storage box, so it's the same thing as that, but just with the 2 new starters on there, which is nice. I'm hoping we get a bundle like this, but the likelihood we'll probably find these alts through some other means.
Yeah, we probably will. It's nice to see that they've done another bundle for starter decks, because I remember last time it was for the green, black, and purple. I think it's like every 2 you bought, you got one of the packs that you got with, it was our dash packs for BT4.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's a really, like, those 2 arts are going to be beautiful, and I get what they're doing. If you want play sets, people are going to have to buy 4 of these, but you know, this makes up for, because there's no promos in this starter deck that I can remember. Pretty sure reading last week there's no promos, so this is kind of, yeah, this is how they're making up for it. So this is your promos for these starter decks. You have to buy this whole kind of promotional pack, but do you know what, if it's the price of 2 starter decks, I don't think it's that bad of a deal, especially getting those 2 arts. But yeah, it's nice. It looks like we're coming to the end of the starter deck information, which will be good. I reckon a couple of weeks we'll know everything, and then we'll start seeing those BT8 leaks come through, because when does that launch? That doesn't launch too far away.
It's sometime in November.
Yeah, so I reckon they'll clear out the leaks for this soon, and then we'll start seeing BT8 drop, which will be nice.
Yeah, be nice to talk about that set.
Got Gammamon, the new best boy. We've got a few of these coming up. I didn't realize we had 3 promos of Gammamon coming up, but I'll take this one and I'll let you go over the other one. So this is one of the new ones they announced. I can't remember if I couldn't find anything about how they're giving this away. It's probably out there, but using Google Translate for everything doesn't always work. But just so it said 0 cost Digivolve, 3 to play, 3k DP, Inherit Wiz. When you have I'm just going to say hero, I'm not even going to try that. In play, this Digimon game.
Power.
There we go. Holy's here to educate me on pronunciation with Japanese names. This Digimon gains 2k DP, so it's not something we've not seen before with Red, like 2k DP. We saw that with the Agumon line, but this is so with the Greymon line with the BT5 cards, and we've also seen like the promo Agu, so this is a little less restrictive. You just have to have a tamer out, and then whatever you're playing is getting a 2k DP. Maybe we don't know the effect of the tamer. Maybe the tamer plays him out, or there's something to do with tamer. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a Gammamon search. It makes sense to the amount of Gammamons they're throwing at us.
Yeah, there's more Gammamons than there are Shoutmons.
Yeah. But yeah,
take that Shoutmon, players.
Yeah, the new best boy is already kicking you about. But yeah, this is obviously this one's the anime design on the card. Super awesome looking design. I'm a massive fan of it. All it took was one episode to win me over. He's the new best boy. I don't know if
he's just so adorable.
Yeah, but is he beating out Pulsemon for you though?
No.
Let's see. He does for me.
Still best boy.
See, I love Triceratops, so he's done it in one for me. All they could have done to make it any better is swap the red out for pink, and that would have been it. He would have been the top tier best boy. But yeah, this is one of the promos. This is one we went over last time, but I thought I'd chuck it in here just as like a refresh.
Yeah, this is again, I don't remember. I think this is a Shonen Jump promo. This one that we went over before. It's a red level 3, 4 cost to play normally, 1 cost to evolve, 4000 DP. Then while you have a tamer, this Digimon can attack your opponent's active Digimon.
Yeah, we're gonna have it. You know, he's a rookie killer. He's one to Digivolve though as a rookie, and that's never.
He's also a squishy champion killer.
Yeah, he's like maybe he'll see play. It depends how we see with the other what the tamer does, and or even what potentially we see in BT8. Because I'm sure we're going to see something of him in BT8.
Yeah, I'm sure. We'll probably see some of his evos.
Yeah, his many evos as they've hinted at. But yeah, that's the one we went over.
It's one of his 4 champions.
And then we've got Kenji Watanabe art looking stunning. They leaked this, another promo Gammamon, but we don't know its ability. It's got an I don't know if it's an on-play ability, but it's got a main ability and an inheritable. You can kind of see it in the image, but no one's translated it yet. And this is what they officially released, the clean art, so we just can't see it yet. But you know, another cute Gammamon. Said new best boy, doing best boy things, but we at least know how we're getting him, and that is in Star Deck 11 that they're already talking about. So this is quite unique because it comes with a deck box, which they've not done. It comes with 2 memory gauges and all that, and it comes with 4 promos. I'm assuming these are the 4 promos, because what else would they show us? He's a promo card, and then the other 3 are all arts. But if this is, I'm assuming it's going to be a starter deck around him.
I would hope it's the starter deck around him.
Yeah, because there's
give us 4 Gammamon.
Yeah, because the name of the starter deck is the starter deck special entry deck, which I'm assuming this is going to be for people that have watched Ghost Game, loved it, want to kind of transition into the card game, and here's a deck all about your best boy. But because you were saying the release date of this is quite soon after, or almost on the dot of BT8 launch as well.
Yeah, it's like 2 days after.
Yeah, so it means that we're potentially getting 2 star decks this month in JP, and then 1 next month. But yeah, similar build. It only comes with 1 SR, 2 rares, 8 commons, 5 uncommons. So it's back to the ratios that you got in the original starter decks. We don't know how many are going to be reprints. We don't know if these promos are just all arts of the cards that are in the box. We'll know more as and when they release more, but it's a cool idea. I hope they do this for Jellymon and is it Angurumon?
Yeah, I believe it's Anguru. I didn't pay too much attention to his name because he's not appeared yet.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope they do that as well. bridge the gap between like the show and this, because the best thing this needs is like more players. Like the game's doing really well. We've just had a really successful first year, and things like this are going to keep bringing people in, help the game grow. So I'm really excited for it, and to see what kind of comes out this starter deck, because if the past two starter decks we've been looking at are anything to go on, they're really going hard with the starter decks. They're adding new mechanics. I'm not saying this is going to add a new mechanic, but all the cards are looking really good. So I wonder if this is going to be the same standard, like meta changing cards within a starter deck.
Or maybe it's just going to be a lot of like vanilla stuff, just for basic stuff, considering it's supposed to be an entry point.
Maybe it's just have some pretty Gammamon. He's not very good, but he'll teach you to play the game.
Yeah, which is fair. It does what it needs to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too sad with that. But it's nice to see how quick they've bridged the gap with it. Because watching the show just made me go, well, I need the new Digivice V, because Gammamon's best boy, and hopefully it does the same thing where people then transition into the card game as well. Which is obviously why we've had 3 Gammamon promos announced in the space of 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see more information of that. So realistically, we should start seeing more information soon. Which is always good. News is always a good thing to talk about, especially when you're doing a podcast. But I believe,
thing to talk about.
Yeah, that is it for the news this week. Quite short, not massive things announced. Obviously, we're on the cusp of BT6 launching over here. It's pre-release on Friday for us, which is the 8th. So that'll be when people already started seeing booster boxes show up. I've not seen anyone with starter decks yet, but obviously they're not a part of pre-release. So over the next week we'll see the product flooding in, so you'll start seeing us do BT6 decks on here from like the Gordo Games local. I'm assuming we're not going to go live on Gordo's Games for BT6 until official launch weekend, but it just depends. I think we did a little bit early last time, just so it's a bit of fun. It allowed people to see what the next meta is going to do. But yes, then perfectly transitioning over to the local top 3 for Thursdays and Sundays. We saw some interesting lists the past couple of weeks where we're on the end of a meta. It's where people are getting a bit creative. Some not so creative. We've seen where people have been more creative. We've seen decks that weren't doing too well able to do well now because they've not got as fierce competition. So the first one of the list is a real fun deck. So this is a swarm deck. It's all about your Diaboromon tokens. Go up to your Diaboromon, build up your Diaboromon, play out your tokens, then play a Starmon because he doesn't care what color the Digimon is, and then blow things up on your opponent's board. And then after you've done that, you got your Starmon out. Play a Spiral Masquerade, blow some more stuff up. So I watched him play. I watched a couple of rounds of him play it, and it's always hard to make a hybrid deck like this function properly. But where you've got Diaboromons are very you're building one line. You only really want to see the cards for this one line. And then you play out your tokens. That's all you want. You want your Erratas down, your tokens, play that out, and then you swarm the board and play a Starmon, kill something, play a Spiral Masquerade, kill something. So it's got a basic a basic theory behind it, but it worked really well. He cleared through the tournament with it.
Yeah, congrats to the man. You did good with Diaboro.
Yeah. But you know what? This isn't the only Diaboromon deck this will see. The Diaboromon's been, reminding us he's here. But yeah, it's a fun little deck. It's definitely a list. I've seen similar ones about, and like I said, I don't know if it's just because we've seen a drop off of the aggressive meta decks that this was able to win. but you know, it came out on top. It's got some pretty aggressive removal just within like spirals and ultimate flares. And so yeah, congrats to him. He ran through the competition with it. And then, you know, going off the black hype still, we saw Teferi plays his kind. So this is his toolboxy red black. It does have 2 X antibodies, but for some reason we're not able to pull the images over from Limitless. It just doesn't work. So just pretend that there's 2 X antibodies. I may edit 2 in, I may not, you know, we'll find out. I probably won't. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on this list, Holy?
I mean, first thing that comes to mind is janky.
Yeah. Yes,
that's just my honest thoughts, though.
We've seen some janky decks do a lot of work though. Like looking at the ratios, I'm like, that ratio makes no sense. Like he's playing 2 blockers. He's only playing 10 level 4s, 8 level 5s. What we got? 4, 5, 6, 7 level 6s. And then it would have been 5 level 7s, so it's really top end heavy. Like in this, I get Durandamon's great because you can give your Omni's piercing, so you can still get your checks off. But yeah, it's a weird ratio because with 4 of your level 4s being Numamon as well, he's just a level 3 so he's not going to put in much work. He's nice to hard play, just to digivolve on top of, so it stops you bricking. But then that's 4 of your champions, 4 level 4s, basically counting as level 3s.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a bit weird. The Crediamon feels really the weirdest for me.
Yeah, because
Get the idea behind it, but don't know how you're getting it out after you've already placed an Omni.
Yeah, it's especially in black, like a deck that it's hard to build up. But yeah, I mean, he came second with it. To be fair, he's a really good pilot, and this is just his janky creative brain building something that he thought was fun. And you know, he had fun playing it. He enjoyed it. And yeah, janky seems to be doing the trick at the moment. And here's some more jank. So this was Scotty. He said one of his it was a deck his friend built, and like gave him the deck list for, and he built it and played it. I mean, I think it was the first tournament he played with us, and he come third. I think there was like 17, 18 players, which was pretty good because there was still people playing Lord Knight and playing some aggressive meta decks, so he came through on top of them. But yeah, this is if you thought the last list was jank, this is yellow black Rookie Rush / Commandramon.
I mean, yeah, Deep Brigade's already a Rookie Rush deck, and anything that spams board with the shit and stuff, people are just gonna put yellow in it anyways for Spiral Masquerade. It's not too much of a surprise, to be honest.
Like, you've got your bottom engine for your Commandramon. You're having a hard play your yeah, but you know, that's the thing. Like, if you were playing, I would have, if it was me, I would have dropped the puppets to maybe run. I don't know, because he's only got 2 level 4s that are black. You want to try and get again, I'm not good with names. I forget names. The level 5, no, the level 5 for D Brigade.
Tankdramon.
No. But that's Tankdramon. Oh, that's
Tankmon.
Tankmon, sorry, yeah. I knew the difference. Yeah, so you want to try and get at least one of him in somewhere, because he's the thing that's going to allow you to cycle your
I don't think so. Tankdramon's not the best card. He's just kind of sits there, does nothing most of the time.
I mean, I've not had much experience with D Brigade, so maybe that's just my kind of out of the box view on it. Because where I've not really played it, in my view, that you'd want to get that in. But obviously, if you've got more experience with it, then it makes sense to listen to what you're saying. Because I have no idea when it comes to D Brigade.
You just play it as Rookie Rush, and it takes too much time and effort to go into a level 5. Like, you're spending 2 turns on it, and that's and the 2 turns you could have gotten rid of like 2 or 3 security by the time you've made this. So,
I mean, yeah, you've got the one of Digimon. If he comes up, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Like the tie, I guess make those blocker Commandromons 3k.
Some choices were probably made due to not having the correct cards, but
oh, he did actually say this. No, I remember now. He said that the tie would have been a TK. That was the other thing he said, but he didn't have any any TKs.
Okay.
So yeah, which makes sense. A one of allows you to pull in security, maybe pull something out you need. Blinding Ray is a bit weird because you don't have any way to regenerate, so you're only going to be Blinding Ray if you're like guaranteeing victory. Which, to be fair, if you need one more attack and all you have to do is Blinding Ray to get enough memory to play your Darkdramon if you don't have enough in security. Yeah. It's just a another jank list to go with the jank we're seeing, but again, it seems to be working at the moment. There was 2 Lord Knight decks, 2 Green Control, and I believe it was an Imperial as well, and all of those got slapped for these 3 to be the top spot. So Black seems to be putting in work at the moment. And then going on to Sunday's tournament, which we're going back to the old format because Mickey decided to mess up the tournament logins a little bit. So we'll be back to the normal deck lists like this next week. Just for these ones, we're going back like the old view. Yeah. So I mean, this is the second week Dearborn's topped. I mean, yeah, it's a very Dearborn deck list. It doesn't run any kind of spice. It's just straight to the point. I mean, if you any spice, you run the one of Infamon for the D-Digivolve. That's kind of the only spice in here. I mean, other than picking a Haguru and a Commandromon.
The names are important.
Yeah, I think it was because they had the participation Haguru and they just wanted to put it in the deck. Which makes sense. But yeah,
that's fair.
It's a very Dearborn list. The thing is, because I played against them, and when it kicks off, if you don't have the removal, it's hard to do anything about it. If they go into a Dearborn, play out, they have 3 erratas down, they go into Dearborn, play out 4 tokens, all 4 tokens have rush, and they already have something on board. They've got 6 attacks, and they could go into that after already chipping away some of your security, and there's not much you're going to be able to do. So if they play it slow and like steady and just wait till they've got that perfect stacking raise and keep chipping away, they're going to be able to run through you. But that's why with a deck like this, I'd run more vanilla rookies, just max out 4 of those, just because you want to be able to play those 2 cost rookies to throw out the security, just to do that little bit of chip damage, because sometimes just breaking one of their security is enough to drop them to 4 security, and you're able to run through with the Dearborn and its rush tokens. But
yeah, I'm kind of surprised this deck list doesn't run any of the BT2 Zoom-in-ons, especially with the promo Dearbormons being in the deck.
Yeah, true. Maybe it's a card pool thing, that's the thing, because not a lot of people, we've had a lot of new players jump into the game recently, so maybe they've just not got that backlog and they've only kind of bought a couple of pieces that they maybe thought they definitely needed for the deck and not had those tech pieces. But
Yeah, that's fair.
yes, again, it's a really solid list. They run this list week in, week out, trying to perfect it running through. So I'm glad they finally got a win under their belt with it. And then we've got a pure Nidhogg Raffleziamon control, what I like to call the king and queen of control. Quite a normal list until you get to the mashed potatoes. I didn't even know what this card did until I looked it up for this deck list. I was like, what does that even do? I've seen the card 100 times. I've got play sets of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Gammamon as an option.
Yeah, it just allows you to, for a 2 cost, reduce your level 6 Digivolution cost by 4. So you're basically paying 2 to go. You're basically paying 3 to go into a Nidhogg, or potentially paying 2 to go into a Rafflesia. So reducing your Digivolution costs a little bit. It's great. It just gives them 2 options to go into Nidhogg for cheap, also having hidden potential. But yeah, other than that, there's not really any spice in this deck. This is what I'd call a very, very straightforward Nidhogg Rafflesia control. If anything, the more surprising thing is they've not got any needle spray, which obviously running 4 Lilamon, you're less likely to need the needle spray. So what are the ratios? Let's have a look. So yeah, 14 rookies, 12 level 4s, 9 level 5s. Yeah, I guess it just makes so they can have the bulk of their level 6s there, so they can guarantee they're even going to see a Rafflesia or Nidhogg when they see it. Because running 8, you're hoping to see a level 6, but also you've kind of got that choice. You're going to hopefully see one of each and be able to play out the one that you need.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm really. Yeah, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say the little bit of dig power with Tentomon. Just getting you there. Green has a lot of dig power anyway, so more likely you're seeing megas.
Yes, it's a joke. I've been playing it recently. I got into green really late this mount. And I feel like an idiot for it because it's really fun to play. Just kind of controlling your opponent's board. I've been playing like a Rafflesia Nidhogg deck with attacking 2 Grand Quagga, you got for that kill power. But yeah, it's a really good deck. I guess it just struggles with Lord Knight, but now we're seeing less Lord Knight. Again, we're seeing decks like this raise up, we're seeing black raise up, but then this is really good against black. So we're kind of seeing the table shift a little bit, and then probably over in North America, we're going to see it revert back to the end of their meta. Everyone will be running Lord Knight again.
Yeah, probably. Normally ends up the way.
And then we've got a blue boy, so Imperial Hexablow.
With 3 different eggs.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part to me. I was like, oh, okay, why not just run? Maybe they don't have the 4 Demi V, but you'd want to run 4 Demi V, 1 Bukamon. Gammamon's a good choice, but also the other thing with the Diabormon running Rampid as well at the moment, you'd run Blucomon. Blucomon, that's the one. You run Blucomon because he's 4 cost to hard play. Yes, you're running 4 cards, which are going to be 4 cost to hard play rookies, but they survive ultimate flares, which it stops your opponent from potentially wiping things off your board, gives you the option to build back up on board. So I'd always, if I was running this deck, I'd always kind of lean towards him, or even like a 2-2 split. But yeah, this is the kind of build you commonly see. The weirdest thing in this list when I was looking for it is the 1 Davis, because as much as the Sora and Joes are great for stripping sources, you're only running 2 Hexablow, and you can't. It's so easy to play around Sora and Joe, which, okay, if you've got level 6 on your side, it's a little harder to play around it because you're obviously going to be stripping sources from attacking, but it's still easy to play around. Where with a Davis, you've got that search power, and I think that's the thing that made Imperial Digimon so good. Because playing a Davis, you can play a Davis and basically draw 2 from it. Only playing one means you're potential, because the thing with Imperial is you need to be on 3 memory. And removing that Davis, putting in Sora and Joe, there's going to be times where you could have game in hand, but your Sora and Joe doesn't proc, you don't have a Davis out, and so you can't have 3 memory. Like, you're running 3 Hammer Sparks, yeah, but if they've got a memory blocker on their board, you're kind of stuck. But I guess the way I've seen this deck be played is you build up your Hexa Blau to stall out so you can get the pieces for your Imperial. But yeah, I mean, again, it's
a weird one.
Yeah, it put in work. It got in 3rd place. We're not saying any of these lists are bad at all. Obviously, they've earned the places they've got to. It's just kind of our views on it, and that's the great thing about how diverse this player base is, because we're sitting there looking at it saying it doesn't make sense to us, but to them they may look at it in a completely different way, and it makes perfect sense to them. And if they told us why, we'd be like, oh yeah, no, I completely get it. Because whenever I've seen a deck like this, they usually drop 2 Dino B to run to
Chris Paildramon.
That's the one, Chris Paildramon. See, I'm glad you're here. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'd 2 Chris Paildramon, which, yes, you can't go into your Imperial one for 3 cost anymore, but you can give it security attack +1, so you can build up in raising. So it gives you, theoretically, it gives you that double attack anyway. Which, yeah, you can attack twice if they have a blocker, it's not going to be in the same effect, but it also means you can go into your, because isn't it on Digivolve it trashes the bottom source of all your opponent's Digimon?
Yeah, it does.
So it gives you that extra source stripping as well. But again, that's just our kind of views on it. That's just what we think would work. But maybe this person's put in a ton of work, ton of graft with this deck, and they've figured out this is the perfect ratio for them, and these cards work best for them. But I think that is it for our English side of it. Now we get to Holy's fun side, and these are some fun decks. I've watched a couple of them in play, and I'm a massive fan of purple-yellow hybrid, or purple-yellow color decks, and seeing them work so smoothly without Mastodon is amazing. But I'll let you take these away.
Yeah, so the first deck all of these decks were taken from the most recent DigiCat Discord tournament that happened this weekend. So these are essentially the top 3 decks. And first place was yellow-purple control with Dynasmon being the main focus. Dynasmon is normally put into most of these deck lists because it gets you all your hybrid, but basically whatever Digimon you need, and can fuel the trash with tamers that you will eventually put back in your deck thanks to Susanomon. And yeah, most of this is just control, which is where you see the Wyvern's Breath, and the purple option, which I can't actually pronounce. I just know it's a German name that translates to Black Theorem, which it's a really scary option card, letting you delete a level 5 or lower for every tamer and hybrid in play.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's very devastating.
It's interesting seeing that playing May Crack one.
Yeah, Make Crack one was a bit of a weird one when I first saw it, but you're just digivolving it, getting the 2, and then just going straight over it with the Susanoo.
Isn't it recover 2, then trash 1 at the end of your turn?
Yeah, but if it's not there at the end of the turn, then you don't get to trash any. Yeah,
true. So I guess yes, it makes sense. It's a nice on Digivolve recover 2, and as we said earlier, 4 memory isn't that hard to keep on your turn, especially when you're running 4 reinforced memory boosts.
Yeah, 4 reinforced memory boost. The TK and Karis are gaining you memory. Kari very situationally gets you memory. It can get you more memory at the end of your turns to keep you alive if the Make Rack one does live, because you can just suspend her to keep it your turn. Which is another nice use of Make Rack one.
I can't remember. Does Make Rack one have a requirement of how many security you have?
We keep calling it Make Rack one. It's Make Rack one's evolution.
Oh, that's yeah. I just remember Make Rack one. I can't remember what the level 6 is.
Salomon.
Razorman, that's it. I just remember Break Crackmon because the name always used to make me laugh, and I like saying it.
No, it's just at the end of the opponent's turn, trash the security.
Yeah, so they said you could just Digivolve up, throw it into security, hoping it's going to die, or even just Digivolve up, throw it into an opponent's rested level 6 just to kill it off, so you're not going to have to lose that. But you could go up into a hybrid that gives you recovered one, go up into this. You're keeping it your turn, kill it to keep that. You've just recovered 3 in your turn.
Yeah, and then the most recent thing that JP players have started doing is running one less rookie than they have eggs, just in case.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just in case you need to get that option card out, you want to have a rookie to do so.
Yeah, essentially having one more egg than actual level 3s always guarantees that the last egg is just going to stay there forever, and you'll always have access to one purple option card of the deck.
That option card's crazy, because just watching a game and in 3 minutes and you see, oh, they've got 6 tamers on their board.
Yeah, that's 6 level 5 allowers that you can delete.
Yeah, it's a really fun looking deck.
Yeah, pretty much how it works. And then the next list is more of the same, to be honest. It's this time it's just mainly pure yellow hybrid with Dynasmon.
Yeah, so we've seen yellow come back up to its perch.
Yeah, it's just more mainly using for controls, using Dynasmon just to keep the security high, and anything that you do trash is more fuel for Susanoo-mon.
I can't remember the name of that 1-cost option card. Isn't it Venom something?
Acid Injection.
That's one.
Yeah, you get to trash the top card of security to give something minus 5,000. Which comboed with a War Gammamon could be a lot.
Yeah.
Running pretty much the same tamers as the last list, minus the Karis. So just the TKs, the TK and Karis, and then the Zoes. Running the Bokomon to search the hybrids, because hybrids are important in hybrid decks. Who would have guessed it?
Yeah, and then you got the Boko on board to reduce your hybrid Digivolution cost by 2. Well, sorry, tamer to hybrid Digivolution cost by 2, which is it's gain 2 memory. But
yeah. Keep one to stop all of the other Digivolution reduction as well. That's being slightly more prevalent at the moment. So, plus yellow doesn't have a memory stopper yet.
Yeah, they got everything else. They're not allowed that. But yeah, no. I mean, it's nice to see yellows coming back, which is a weird thing to say because I hate Lord Knight, but it's coming back in a way where you've not just got this one broken card that's going to win the game for you because it does broken things. It's an actual functioning deck where you have to think and play strategically. Plus it's got your boy Dynasmon in it. But yeah, it's crazy because then we've got the third one, which isn't yellow, but it's got yellow in it.
Yeah, it's got one yellow card in it, and this is pretty much good stuff yellow. Good stuff purple. Good stuff purple is again a deck that's been doing pretty well. You could also make the case that this is technically Lilith Loop, but
what does it run this thing? Because it runs Roachimon and Nidhogg.
Yeah, Orochi, Nidhogg, and Revival from the Calling from the Darkness, which is the 1-cost option card, which is a very, very good 1-cost option card. What it lets you do is delete one of your Digimon to add 2 Digimon from your trash to your hand.
So you're blowing up something to draw 2 from your trash, which is the best hand you could ever have.
Yeah, pretty much. So essentially, Calling from the Darkness is probably one of the best utility cards, or just toolboxy. If you need more memory during your turn, you can just pick up 2 Nidhoggs and then just discard them off of some random ability and get 2 more memory. If you need to pick up, say, something like a Skull Greymon to give something retaliation, then you can do that. If you mill like one of your important pieces like Mon or Mastimon, you can just get them back.
So is there a limit to what cards you can put, like color cards, or is it just draw 2, like bring back 2 cards from
They just have to be purple, but considering everything's purple in this deck anyways, bar the 3 copies of Zwart, it's not really mattering too much.
Yeah, like if you mill your Zwart, then it's a sad time, but you've got enough options in purple to kind of not worry about it. I'm surprised it's not running Shademon. No, it's Eismon and is it Eismon and Shademon scatter mode?
Eismon and Eismon scatter mode.
That's the one.
Yeah, instead it's deciding to run the Ginkakumon and King Kakumon package.
Which is still a really good package.
Yeah. You get to do a lot of stuff, gain more memory, and also you also get to rush with it off either the Masti or if you go from Lilith into Zwart.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, it's nice to see that people are still pulling back from older cards. I think BT6 is a very strong set. It's got a lot of pieces that are going to survive a while in a lot of different colours, unless you're green.
Yeah, pretty much. BT6 does feel like the second version of 1.0, where a lot of the stuff is designed to last.
Yeah, which is nice, especially those people that don't go in too deep with a lot of sets. If they're going in deep with this set, I mean, we're going to see stuff stay live from BT5, but I feel like it's less than we thought. Well, at least less than I thought. I thought BT5 was this powerhouse set, and when we got it, I was like, yeah, it's more just the Lord Knight set. But then going into BT6, like, so many of the level 6s, like the top ends, are so good, and so many great level 3s and 4s, even level 5s, just all the way through. We're seeing really good pieces, and BT7 looks like one of those sets as well, where we're seeing a lot of really good pieces that are going to last. But
yeah, it's definitely a good start to the 1-block era of cards.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a good pool of cards to pull from. But that is it for the podcast. As last week, week before that, we're going to shout out our boys over at Gordo Games. As you know, if you watched last week's, week before that as well, we do weekly webcam locals every Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time. It is open to absolutely everyone over the world. You do have to submit a deck list and check in through Limitless, but what that does allows us to then have the deck list to put on here and also to showcase off our Instagram. So as always, I'll chuck the link in the description to be able to jump in and join with that. I play quite a bit in there. Holy not so much. Every now and then he pops in, but usually he's just judging, or he'll like to sit in and watch people's games. So he'll come in and watch my game and be silent. But we're both about in that Discord quite a bit. So it'd be nice to see. To be fair, we've seen quite a few new faces recently, and a few come over from here watching this. So it'd be nice to get a few more people. And then, as we alluded to last time, we also have the winner mat. Now we're getting closer and closer to the big reveal. The mats are now in hand. They'll be getting sent off to the relevant members of Gordo Games and the Legion group to start doing some teasers to get the big reveal. So this winner mat tournament, our first one is going to be or I should have prepped it. Let's have a quick look. It would be
Professionalism.
yeah. Getting a calendar up. Struggling to find the calendar. Found the calendar.
It'd be
October.
Halloween. Halloween's the last.
So this
Oh
is
no, that's Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Thursday,
The 28th.
28th will be our first one. It is a £2 entry, which, to be fair, for the quality of the mat and the design on the mat is a cheap price, and all the money that's put into it goes back to paying for the design, because it wasn't cheap, and goes into the production of the mats and the shipping as well. So none of it goes into our pockets. We're not making any money off this. We wanted to make it as cheap as we could, without kind of putting ourselves out of pocket, and £2 was a great price, because if there is anything left over, that just then gets put in a pot for the next winter mat, because we're hoping to look to rotate the designs maybe every 6 months. You've got a hint of the first design just in the background there floating, just going after the logo, but yeah, we'll finally have the big reveal hopefully within a week. I've just got a few more bits to turn up for me to start getting them sent out, but yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. A little bit of a short one, not as much news to go over, but because of that we were able to go in a bit more detail with that and the deck list, so I hope you enjoyed it. Have you got anything else to add, Holy?
No, that's it from me.
No, and then that is it from me as well. So as always, I've been your boy Gruffy, and it's been Holy, and hope you all have a good evening.